From NBC News, this is Today.
But it's cold outside.
This morning on Get Fit Today, 7 ways to get in shape this winter. The cold weather can be the perfect excuse to hide behind some bulky sweaters, but it can also be the best time to change up your fitness routine. Celebrity trainer Harley Pasternak is the author of the 5-Factor World Diet. Harley, good morning.
Good morning.
Is it true that we tend to pack on a couple of pounds in the winter months?
We do.
Our body kind of go into hibernation?
We hibernate. We're not as physically active. We're not outside as much. We tend to eat more.
Comfort food.
Comfort food. And there's hormones, because there's less daylight in the day, that affect our energy levels and our appetites.
So you say it's important for us to get out there. Maybe there's an opportunity to try something new, a new sport, ice skating, a lot of good winter sports.
Ice skating is an amazing sport, especially if you want to work your butt.
Yeah.
Because it actually pushes you out and makes you squeeze your glutes. And you were just saying your son's playing hockey now.
Yeah, he's playing ice hockey.
And he's probably developing some real muscular lower body that later in life women will learn to love.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. And you burn a lot of calories starting a new sport,
You burn a lot of calories, especially because you're inefficient at first.
Right.
And so the worse you are, kind of the more calories you burn until you get to the point where we're more efficient. But skating is an example, and we've got some other examples we'll talk about soon.
Okay, now important, Dr. Nancy talked about how important it is to make sure you're getting about 8 hours sleep. Why does that help with your weight?
Well, what happens is when you don't sleep enough, a number of hormonal activities happen in the body, and one is cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone.
Yeah.
And cortisol makes us more vulnerable to store food as fat. We tend to want to eat more food. And the more you're awake, the more time you have to be hungry and eat.
Absolutely.
And so sleep is important, because when you're sleeping, you're not eating.
Right. So get out there. Keep up the pace. You say not a reason to stay inside and skip your workouts, but you say if you're gonna get out there, make sure you keep to a good beat. So therefore, we've got our shoes and our iPod with some music.
Music is so important.
Right.
Comfortable shoes are important. This is a great time of the year where I go to the mall shopping. I park my car at the furthest point away from the doors of the mall. I get into the mall, and I basically do the whole mall once before I'll even walk into one store. I'll have some great music going, and as I lose money, I'm also losing body fat. It's great.
Yeah, well, there you go. You're walking the mall a couple of times. Okay, now if the snow has you stuck inside, you say get outside and shovel it.
Growing up in Canada, the highlight of me living in Los Angeles now is I left my shovel at home up in the Northeast.
But that's a good workout.
And this is such a great workout. I remember going outside and shoveling and sweating, and your muscles are sore, and you can burn almost 500 calories an hour shoveling.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is great. Just be careful with your back, though.
Be careful with your back, lift from your lower
knees,
body.
right,
and there's also a lot of stories that have come out in the last few years of people getting sudden heart attacks who are out of shape, who are sedentary, and decide from doing nothing physically active all of a sudden to strenuously shoving. Make sure that you've seen a physician and make sure you are somewhat physically fit.
Absolutely. Okay, and don't just shovel it, as you say. Step in it.
These are amazing from L.L. Bean. Look at these snowshoes. Snowshoeing is something that people have been doing for thousands of years, literally, and it distributes your weight over a larger area so you don't actually sink down as much into the snow. Talk about a calorie burn. I mean, this is amazing.
And
very fun. You're outside. You don't need a skill level. It's not like you need to be good at these, and very little impact on your joints. So I love this for longevity.
Well, the girls on the show last year were in Vancouver for the Olympics. We all did snowshoeing, and we had such a blast. It is a huge calorie burn.
And you were sweating.
And we were sweating, and you could feel it in every muscle the next day. Okay, so you want to make sure you're dressed properly when you are working out outside, right? So what are some things that you should think about your winter workout wardrobe?
You know, there's a lot of companies who do great cold weather workout gear. Just because it's cold outside doesn't mean you can't go outside and be physically active.
But bundle up.
But bundle up. And these ones are New Balance cold weather. They're actually wind resistant. So the cutting, painful wind that comes through with the cold air that really hurts, it cuts that away. It's close to your body. Fitted clothing is really important. Layering is also really important during the winter to make sure that you put on different layers as you're physically active outside. And as you warm up and get hot, you can drop a layer, keep things close to the skin, make sure it's wicking material.
I was going to say, you want the breathability, and also, but if you're sweating a lot, it keeps you colder, right?
It does keep you colder. So you want wick-free stuff, you know, that gets rid of the moisture of your body.
Perspiration. Okay, and then if you are really stuck inside and you got a little cabin fever, then put your kids' video games to good use.
Yes.
The Wii has a lot of good programs. I know the Xbox 360 also is coming out with all these great things to get you up and moving, right?
They're all great. The Wii Excite is a new platform now where you actually don't need any controllers. You can just kind of move and it senses your movement. These are great. You want to have a really embarrassing visual is me doing Zumba Zumba by myself in the wee hours, trying to be physically active and not want to go outside.
That would be a very good visual.
So this is a lot of fun because the family can get
Right.
involved, and you don't need a lot of space, and it's something that there's a fun factor, and fun is really important when you need to stay in shape.
And you can burn some calories doing this.
You can burn a lot of calories.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Train your whole body. Everything from yoga to strength training to dance.
Harley Pasternak, great as always.
Thanks for
You
having
just
me.
got engaged, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Very nice. You knew I'd embarrass you. There you go.
I'm burning calories
All right,
being
yeah,
embarrassed.
Being embarrassed. All right. And if you want to cover your ears, coming up next, we're going to show you now, Harley, because we're going to show you how to make delicious cinnamon rolls. What a segue, right? Don't you love how we do that to everybody at home? But first, this is Today on NBC.